Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to today's unseen video. This is where we round up all the big talking points from social media. We're going to start with this look. So Ryder, thank you. So per WrestleVotes, WWE production and creative staff are unhappy with SmackDown's 3-hour runtime, calling it a major misstep. Instead of giving rising stars more time, the extra hour has led to a weaker pacing, filler content, and creative fatigue. So it seems like they are blaming the drop in quality for SmackDown on the fact that we took it to 3 hours. And it's really interesting because, of course, when Raw went down to 2 hours at the end of last year, a lot of people were desperate for that to go back to being 3 hours. We kind of have found a bit of a compromise with Raw now being 2.5 hours. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I think both Raw and SmackDown have had their challenges in 2025. Maybe it is the runtime. Maybe it is the fact that 3 hours is just too long for SmackDown. To be honest with you, I think trying to produce 5.5 hours of content a week for Raw and SmackDown clearly is going to have its challenges. You know, a lot of TV shows just produce 1 hour a week, whereas here's WWE trying to put out 5.5 hours of new content on Raw and SmackDown every single week. That has got to be a big, big challenge. So, yeah, I don't know. Very interesting. That coming from WrestleVotes. Okay, WWE Ethan, shout out to you. I thought this was kind of interesting. So, this is the top 30 most followed superstars on Instagram. Now, not really too worried about, say, you know, the first part. We can get to, like, the top 10, right? Liv Morgan a little bit lower than I was expecting, but even here, Liv Morgan at 16, over 3 million followers, right? But let's get to number 10, or number 11 looks Seth, just outside the top 10. That's surprising. It's surprising when you consider that Rhea is actually ahead of him, right? So Rey Mysterio, 4.8 million. Rhea Ripley, 5.3 million. Charlotte Flair, 5.3 million. Becky Lynch, 5.5 million. Natalia, 5.6 million. That's great. I'm so pleased for her on that. Alexa in at 5 is really good, 6.2 million. Randy Orton at 7.2. Roman Reigns at 9.7. So who do you think the top two are? Who have you got in your mind right now? WWE Superstars. And it is not Roman Reigns, right? It's not Randy Orton. It's not John Cena. That's a jump, though, isn't it? Look at this. Roman Reigns at 9.7. John Cena at just over 21. Number 1 is Logan Paul, 27.2. Now, obviously, they've not included The Rock. I don't know what his numbers are off the top of my head, but I'm guessing he would be in first place otherwise. So Logan, 27.2. John Cena, 6 million behind. I think The Rock is just off. I think his numbers are just in a different stratosphere. But yeah, kind of interesting. I saw those and I was like, oh, I think people might find that interesting. So WWE Ethan, thank you. Walter J, shout out to you. Now, this runs for quite a while, but it is so interesting. This is Bianca Belair just talking about her segment from last week on Raw, just sort of like recapping it. And I gotta tell you, I really do agree with a lot of what she says, certainly towards the end, right? When it's revealed she's going to be the special guest ref, right? So check this out. I think this is excellent.
All right, so I'm back with another little story time of what happened on this week's Monday Night Raw. So Pierce comes out looking all serious, and I'm like, you better stand on business after the whole debacle that happened last week. So he proceeds to tell everybody, Rhea Ripley signing a contract that does not have her name on it does not work. Therefore, at WrestleMania, it will be Io Sky versus Bianca Belair. Io come out and she like, Bianca, Rhea, it don't matter who it is. I want all the smoke. I'll take them at the same time because I am the WWE Women's Champion. So I was in the back chilling. I'm like, wait, hold up, wait a minute. I got something to say. First of all, yes, I did earn it number one considered spot because I went through Elimination Chamber. And I'm not about to let Rhea headbutt her way into this match. Because if she didn't earn it, then she don't deserve it. And I said what I said. Here's hit me with the, yo, you right. I'm like, I know I'm right. I'm like, yes, finally we getting somewhere. Never mind. Here comes Miss Can't Do Nothing Wrong. So she proceeds to get on the mic. And the first words that come out of her mouth is, I don't give a damn about WrestleMania. I said, wait, what? You don't? Because if you don't, we can just go home. Like, why are we here? Because I care. And I got a straight shot to WrestleMania. So, wait, what? She gets in the ring, walks past us, rude, and she demands a rematch. I'm like, wait a minute, Pierce, don't let her talk to you like that. Yeah, that's right. Get in that. Get in her ass. I'm like, hold up, wait a minute, Rhea. You want a rematch so bad. You done waited 3 weeks. You can just wait 3 more, and then you can get your rematch with me, because then I'll be champion. And yeah, she ain't like that very much, because then she got all up in my face again. And this time, she was the one that pop faced Io. I was like, ooh, Io, it wasn't me this time. Smack her. But this time, smack her like you smacked me last time, because I swear you smacked me harder. But y'all, we done stressed out Pierce so much. He said, enough is enough. Rhea, you want your rematch? Fine, you'll get it, but you're going to get it next week against Io Sky. I said, okay, that's fair. Okay, if you earn it, you deserve it. Pierce said, okay, cool, I'm out. I said, wait a minute. Now, why would you leave us in here? Because now you know it's about to go down. But now I'm just trying to figure out why is everybody so mad at me? Io, you done made it harder for yourself, because if you don't win, you're not going to WrestleMania. But that's what you wanted. And Miss Rhea, you got your rematch. So why y'all so mad? Like, Pierce, come back. Help me. So now Io mad. She done whooped. I had a swoop. I said, I want some of that. So I banged and I banged. And she zigged. I had a zag. And I had to kill deer because I said, man, y'all are doing way too much. So I picked up that title. I went to WrestleMania. So I'm like, listen, I just want to go to WrestleMania. Next year, I'm just going to win the Rumble so I can pick my champion because y'all doing way too much. So I go to Pierce. I'm like, it is way too much going on. They say you win a champion, you got a clear path to WrestleMania, but my path to WrestleMania ain't being filled with nothing but blood, sweat, and tears. I just want to know who I'm facing at WrestleMania. He said, oh, you're going to find out next week when it's Io versus Rhea Ripley. But then he started talking all crazy, and he going to hit me with the...
How come, my dear, you are the special guest referee?
Wait, what? I don't know how to referee. That don't sound crazy to y'all?
That was 2 minutes 40 and it was brilliant. I thought that was absolutely... When do we ever play a clip that long? I mean, that is Bianca just... she's right. She's right in everything there. She's right in everything. She just wants to go to WrestleMania. Rhea is getting involved. She hasn't earned the right to get involved, but she somehow managed to get a rematch. Bianca's like, fine. No, doesn't bother me. But, Adam Pearce, why are you going to leave us all in the ring? We all know what's going to happen. And, of course, they brawl. And then she's backstage and she's speaking to Adam Pearce and he hits her with the, you're going to be the special guest referee. And she's like, wait, what? And we were all like that as well. So I thought that was excellent. I hope she does more of those. But if she could just do it a little bit shorter next time, that would be very much appreciated. Edward said Goldberg has begun training, and it is true. The grind begins. He's assembling his in-ring crew. So there we go. Goldberg begins training for his retirement in 2025. Shaq Diesel said, I tagged you because I finally found this video. CM Punk's favor is to be walked down the aisle by Paul Heyman in the main event. I wonder if it will be that. I wonder if the favor will be, I want you to come down to the ring with me, not Roman Reigns. I wonder if that'll be the favor. I mean, that will be something that would annoy Roman, but I do still feel like the favor could be something more dramatic than that, right? I mean, Roman will flip over it, but, that favor could do a lot. There's lots of different things that it could be. So if it was this, I would feel a little bit like, I think it could have been somewhat bigger. But I really like this because this clip, check this out.
I am going to walk down that aisle with you one day when you, sir, are where you rightfully belong in the main event at WrestleMania. That's my dream.
Now that's interesting. I will walk down the aisle with you at WrestleMania when you main event it. That's my dream. That's Paul Heyman saying that to CM Punk. So, I mean, I like the fact that the favor could be this. Like, CM Punk wants that as well. And that, as I said, would wind up Roman Reigns. but I can't help but feel like I would still like it to be something bigger than that. There's some people thinking that the favor could be that if Punk wins, he gets added to night 2, or if Punk wins, he'll fight for the title at Backlash, something like that, you know? But Shakti's out, excellent, really brilliant work. Same here with John as well. John just pointing out that no, Randy has not won this title. He has won the World Heavyweight Championship 4 times, but it's not that version of the belt. And we know that this version of the belt does not have the lineage of the previous World Heavyweight Championship. So they have very much just used the wrong belt design there. This is not a belt that is ever held. Yeah, John, very good. Very, very good. Right, here is Adam Pearce. He's going to tell us all about this week's Raw.
All right, everybody. Adam Pearce, safe and sound and on the ground here in beautiful London, where Monday Night Raw closes out our European tour tomorrow night, live from the O2. Io Sky defends her Women's World Championship against Rhea Ripley with Bianca Belair as your special guest referee. Plus, off of the chaos of last week, the Intercontinental Champion Braun Breaker teams with Penta to take on Judgment Day's Finn Balor and Dirty Dom Mysterio. Plus, Jimmy Uso, one-on-one with the World Heavyweight Champion Gunther. And after running their mouth in my office last week, New Day will be in action tomorrow night live at the O2. Plus, AJ Styles, Logan Paul, and John Cena face-to-face with Cody Rhodes. What will happen? Find out tomorrow night. It's Monday Night Raw, special start time in the States, 3 Eastern, noon Pacific, live on Netflix. We're closing this tour out in style, and that is official.
Well, there we go. The tour comes to an end. I know there's lots of you out there that are desperate to just get back to America and get back to a normal time. So this is going to be our final show over in Europe. Hopefully it ends with a bang. This is expected to be John Cena's final appearance before WrestleMania. They could make him pop up with a surprise appearance, but this is his last advertised appearance. Everyone's saying the same. They got to go big. We need a brawl. We certainly need a verbal exchange. We need a back and forth. If they're not going to do that, I think this build will be seen as really leaving a lot on the table. Leaving a lot on the table. I think that, we've had kind of the same promo the past couple of weeks in a row. We've had John Cena blaming the fans. People are now looking for something more than that. So let's wait and see. It's going to be a big show this week. So Raymond, thank you. Drew McIntyre put a video out where he was showing off the Rangers football belts that WWE have done. And he was taking shots at CM Punk, who has been kind of parading around with the Rivals belt. And he went to visit Celtic, who are the rival team. And so, he was taking a few shots at CM Punk. That's all irrelevant, because the main thing is that he did the video whilst wearing this eye patch. Now, again, no word as to whether this is just a prop or if he did have a bit of a serious issue. But we know that he did get a bit of glass in his eye. It was reported that there was actually a little bit of glass in his eye. So this could just be a precautionary measure. It could be that it just needs covering for a few days. Or it could be that it's just a sell. It could just be a prop. But obviously very interesting that he's done the video whilst wearing an eye patch. Right, and here WWE has filed trademarks for What Do You Want to Talk About? And that's really interesting because there was a show on YouTube where Cody spoke to other wrestlers that was called What Do You Want to Talk About? I wonder if that's going to come back. What's your story with Steph McMahon? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. I don't think we've ever seen anything that's called that before. I wonder if that might be the name of her podcast, because she is doing a podcast soon, so I wonder if it'll be that. 6 Feet Under with The Undertaker is interesting, because The Undertaker has a podcast called 6 Feet Under, but I think it's 6 Feet Under with Mark Calloway. This sort of suggests that they're going to bring that into the official WWE family, and Raw recap as well. So I'm guessing that's her podcast. That's certainly Undertaker's podcast. Raw recap, as we know, and what do you want to talk about? So, looks like some new content on the way, although some of it already existing content, right? So there we go. That was the WWE folder. So a few bits in there, but actually there's been a few Sundays recently where we haven't even done an unseen because there just hasn't been anything at all. So actually there was quite a bit there, more than we've been getting in recent Sundays. Aaron, shout out to you. So here, look, Naomi said, I'm just ordering a few things. So look at what she's picked up here. We've got a stun gun, right? She's going full-blown Mountie. We've got a personal safety alarm with pepper spray function. And we've got some rat and mouse vol bait. So she's just picking up a few things. So there we go. I'm thinking that she has got Jade Cargill in mind, maybe B-Fab in mind as she's making these purchases. Now, I don't know if this is true. I really don't. I feel like it probably isn't. But apparently, Kevin Owens was watching a low-level football game, right? He was watching Leyton Orient against Stevenage. I mean, this is not Man United Liverpool, right? So low-level soccer game, English football game on Thursday night. And there's a picture doing the round showing him in the stands wearing this Bret Hart jacket. Now, no one seems to be able to confirm if this is correct, if this is true, if this is obviously photoshopped or something, but I don't know. Even Miss Clown's like, I don't know if it's true, but I find it funny nonetheless. So I have no idea. I really don't. But I've seen a few people sharing this around, and I love the idea of it as well. So that's literally all I know about that. Right, ATK3 said, yeah, so WWE London fans chanting stand up if you hate Scotland during a Smackdown show has left Glasgow supporters fuming, right? ATK3 said it was stand up if you hate Tottenham. It was nothing to do with Scotland. Yeah, I never heard that chant. I never heard stand up if you hate Scotland. I would be really, really, really surprised if that chant was actually sung. I don't think it would be. I heard them chanting stand up if you hate Tottenham. I did hear that one. I wonder if they've just misheard. I don't know. And maybe someone was there and could tell us, yeah, there was one point where that chant was said. But no, I definitely heard this one, stand up if you hate Tottenham. Right, cute. So Motor City Machine Guns and CM Punk went and got fish and chips, which looks okay. I mean, the chips look okay. There's not many of them, and I've seen thicker. Fish looks lovely, actually. Looks like we've got a little dip there, and we've got some lemon, so that all checks out. Looks like we've got some salt there. You do need some vinegar. Can't see any vinegar around. Normally you'd put salt and vinegar on your chips. Obviously some people would have ketchup on there as well. But for me, I would just go salt and vinegar. Bit of lemon on the fish. You've got a nice, I'm guessing, a tartar sauce. Yeah, I mean, the fish looks good. The chips I've seen better. And it's not loads. Normally with chips, you get like quite a few, you know. That just looks, yeah, like something you would give tourists. Actually, correct that. That looks like something you would get in London for quite a high price. But I promise you, if you go to a fish and chip shop away from London, your portion sizes are going to be better than that. But I hope they enjoyed it. The fish looks nice, in all fairness. The fish does look good. Oh, there's the vinegar. There it is. I saw the salt, but I couldn't see the vinegar. That's because he's got it in his hand right there. So, yeah, Miss Clown, shout out to you. So, yeah, Sunday Brunch is a show that is on a Sunday. It's on a major channel here in the UK. And basically, it's like a cooking show. But they have guests on talking about their latest projects, and they'll do a bit of cooking and whatever. And apparently, Triple H was on today. So Triple H was on today's Sunday Brunch here in the UK, and apparently he looked a bit bewildered and a little bit bored. So apparently he was on the show for like over an hour, and he was just on with all the other guests. They just sit round a table. And yeah, maybe it's not quite what he was expecting. It is a bit of a strange show in the sense of it's not like a talk show where you go on and you do 15 minutes and then you go. You kind of sit down with other guests and they'll do the show and then they'll kind of ask the guests questions and then they'll go back to the show and then they'll do a proper chat with certain guests and back to the show. Then they'll speak to other guests. And it's like, it's a bit, the setup of it is a bit strange. So if you've not seen it before, I could understand the bewilderment. I could maybe even understand the boredom. It's not a show that I watch on a regular basis, but now there we go. He was on Sunday Brunch. Right, Jade Cargill said you see the vision. So there we go. There she is in like this bridal gown with blood all over it, just like the bride from Kill Bill. And then, of course, here, another Kill Bill-inspired outfit. So she is channeling Kill Bill at the moment. So, Fly Music, shout out to you. Talking to Jade as well, look, there's the picture of the two together. And Naomi was like, nah, I went by myself. And it is true, look, you can see there's clearly no one here. So, there we go. Naomi having a bit of fun on social media. And check this out. I don't agree with this.
I'm bothering him in post-show catering right now.
The Beatles.
Wait. You don't like the Beatles? No. Are you hearing this, Alicia Taylor?
I don't like the Beatles. I was shocked that I found someone else that doesn't like the Beatles.
There are two of you at the same table?
Look at this right here.
This is a bond, an instant bond being formed. Explain yourself.
Overrated.
Just a bunch
What?
of
That is
overrated,
insane.
100% overrated. Phony boy band that was manufactured and went through phases. Oh,
No!
we're hippies now. We're psychedelic now.
I just feel like everyone says, "Ooh, I love the Beatles," because they feel like they have to say they love the Beatles. Also, I do not drink or smoke or do drugs. So
you're also straight
on
edge.
the same train.
You two are just cut from the same...
You, Sergeant Pepper.
Oh my God! Not the middle finger to Sergeant Pepper. This is not the intention of said video. But
There we go. I mean, I've seen this before, obviously, as I was putting this together. So actually, I was looking in the background. I thought I saw a Bianca, but I couldn't really make anyone else out. But apparently, that was like the catering bit. So it looked quite nice, actually. But there we go. It seems that CM Punk is not a fan of the Beatles. Neither is Alicia Taylor. Right, Stephanie said, there is for sure more than one royal family in wrestling. Thank you, Cody Rhodes, for welcoming me into enemy territory and sharing so many of your stories. Check out what Cody says he wants to do in the future.
I don't know if she'd want to do this. The beginning of my song, the little voiceover that exists, I'd love my daughter to do it at one point.
Oh my God. Oh.
Just because I want her to have a good experience in this.
So there we go. In the future, he would like his daughter to do that. Wrestling has more than one royal family. So that'll be interesting. See if when that changes over. That was a clip. That's the first clip I've seen from the Cody Rhodes episode, which is forthcoming on Stephanie's Places. And then check this out, Jojo. So here, look, for all you pervs out there, I like to provide a little bit of humour, a little bit of information, but you've got to give something to the lads and the lasses, to everyone, really. Everyone's celebrating right now. So there we go. There we go. I think that was from the live event in Amsterdam this evening. So I think it was Amsterdam. Right, let's go. There are only a couple of things. So Sean Rossap just saying several sources are indicating to Fightful Select that TNA Plus has doubled their subscriber base over the last year. Now, I don't know if they're cooking over in TNA, but I've got to think the NXT relationship has played a part in that. So excellent news that for TNA. Vintage T, thank you, my friend. Ready for family Sunday dinner. So there we go. I hope they're well, right? I hope they're well. I don't think this is telling us anything. I'm not expecting to see them at Raw or anything along those lines. But yeah, I hope they're doing well. And Mackenzie, shout out to you. Hornswoggle homecoming for the first time in 11 years. I'll be doing an official WWE appearance on Friday, April 18th at The Worlds. So I'm guessing that's WWE World. So there we go. Hornswoggle is actually going to be doing for the first time in 11 years an official meet and greet. How cool is that? So there we go. Let's go community. So Stuart, shout out to you. Oh, was actually at the Amsterdam show. Very cool. Hey, so you got to see that Rhea Ripley moment live. I'd imagine you still haven't come round, right? I'd imagine that you fainted and you're still on the floor like everyone else. So, Stuart, I hope you had a great time. I hope you all had a great time. Joshua, shout out to you. There was one in here that made me smile. There was a meme in here that I liked. Drunk ass girlfriend telling me not to climb trees. Me thinking about that tree. So I thought that was good. I like that. So Joshua, shout out to you, my friends. Taker1990 said, I found this picture of when I met Jake the Snake. One day I saw an advert for Jake being at a Ford dealership in my city. So I got this picture along with an autograph photo for free. Plus he autographed my smoking school belt. So Taker1990, that's cool. How random that he was just at a Ford dealership. You got to meet Jake the Snake Roberts. That is very random. Very random, but very cool. Yeah, there he is, look. There he is. Fard Ahmed, shout out to you, my friends. I made it to Smackdown, the Netflix era. Look at that. You're basically a street prophet now. So shout out to you, buds. Shout out to you. One of the street prophets. And Billy was here as well. Photo from ringside. I thought this was unreal when I checked my phone. That is great, isn't it? Look at that. What an image to capture. Very good. Very, very good. It's great to see the community having such good time with the European tour and everything. Christopher, shout out to you. Appreciate it. This was that Drew video. So there he is. Look, he's just talking about Rangers, the team that he supports, laying into CM Punk, who actually went to visit the rival team, but doing the whole thing whilst wearing the eye patch. Fly Music, I am the color red. Tagging me in that news about Triple H being on Sunday Brunch. CM Chunk, Phantom 67, Bradley, Raymond, Wrestling's Biggest Fan, Claire Webb, Little Bit of a Fan, Sweet Chin Wrestling, Kelly the Wise Lady, Big Bam, Praying User Sports, Real Wrestling Fan, Sub Ho Deep Bose, is that how you pronounce it? Shout out to you, my friend. Tony, Wild Child Billy, Dark Phoenix Tease, Babs the Barbarian, Shaq Dizel, Casper, Chris, Huddle Talk. Oh, and that was everyone. So there we go. Thank you for the support, my friends. I'm pleased this is able to be less than half an hour long. I would still like to make it shorter, but there was a few bits in today, actually. So there we go. That was Unseen. We'll, of course, be back later with Raw, and it is going to be live all around the world on Netflix. So I don't know the time of it this week. I think, did Adam Pearce say that it was going to be 3 Eastern, which will be 8 UK time? We always start a few hours before that as well, so looks like I need to get to bed. So thanks a lot for watching. Appreciate it as always. See you next time. Bye for now.